Hi, I'm Chris Guigan. I want to talk to you today about the theory of constraints. So I was on a call with a client, and we're talking about some technical issues, and hey, can this piece of software do this, and how do you link these other things together, and how do you do this, and we want a report to show that, and we want, blah, on and on and on. And these things happen, and it's a natural part of business, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we transitioned the conversation talking about bigger goals, and we're talking about like marketing to a bigger market, and they said, yeah, Chris, it's like I don't have any time. It's like if we're gonna do something like this, we'd have to like create a content piece. We have to write an article or shoot a video or record some audio or do some type of a webinar. We need to run some ads, and and who knows if we're going to get any clicks from it or anything like that. And who knows what's going to happen, and and everything's changing so quickly around us, and on and on and on. It's like you just feel that it's just the energy was in the wrong spot because of things that happened before. They were constrained. They're busy. They had no time. They're running a successful business. They're doing really well, not compared to where they want to go, but they're doing really well. But they have no time. It's maybe maybe you're different. No, in fact, nobody I've worked with hasn't had constraints. We're all constrained by time, money, and energy. I say everything's a management of resources. Resources being time, money, and energy. And everyone's constrained by their time, how much time they have, how much money they have, how much energy that they have. Some have more, some have less, but they're all constrained. And I don't know about you, maybe you've got an extra 2, 3, 4 hours a day or a week to do stuff. I know most people don't. The people I was talking with, they definitely didn't. They're busy. They're running a successful business. They're dealing with employee issues. They're dealing with client issues. They're dealing with everything, on and on and on. So anyhow, the point is that we could talk about things. And they're also, one other thing they're constrained by. They're constrained by a lot of things that didn't work. And so they're telling me, yeah, we've done all these things. We create all these one-off pieces. Nothing's ever, we don't even know if we're going to get clicks from it. Don't even know if we're going to get anything from it. I wouldn't want to do a project if I didn't have any confidence anything was going to happen from it. I don't like wasting my time. But instead of being constrained by those things, because it was actually a wrong strategic approach, but before we even get into the strategic approach, because we can engineer, a strategy that's going to drive things up. But before that, it's like, you got to hit this point where it's almost like, you got to hit this point in your business where it's like, what, I'm here. I want to get to here. There's plenty of market out there for it. But you know what? I'm done screwing around. It's like, why don't we just blow the lid off this thing? I'm tired of like staying at this level, and they've had growth, and again, nowhere near where they wanted to go, but they've had growth and nothing, and very proud of them. But it's like, until you're ready to do things, goal, strategy, tactics. It's always that order: goal, strategy, tactics. Until you're ready till you've got a goal that's compelling, the strategy and tactics don't mean anything, because it's going to weigh you down. It's going to feel like just a massive weight on you. And it's going to get exhausting because you're already exhausted, because you don't have any time, because you're the magic, because you're doing everything. So when you hit that point though, where it's like, you know what, the market's huge. I'm done screwing around with this thing. Let's stop. Let's blow the lid off this thing. Let's see where we can take this. Let's grow this thing big. Let's get on it. I'm tired of messing around. Let's make this thing happen. When you have that, then we can engineer the strategy, to grab a little bit of their attention, create a single focus, grab a little bit of the people's attention, amplify their attention. And I talked about this in a 5-day workshop I did. We want to grab their attention, amplify their attention until they're ready to have a conversation with us. Once they're ready to have a conversation with us, then you can kick in and close them off. But until you hit that point where it's just like, you know what, no, I'm done. I want to blow this thing up. I want to take this thing to a whole new level like I've never done. Otherwise, what happens is we'll have the same conversation that we had 2 or 3 years from now, or you'll have the same conversation with yourself 2 or 3 years from now, and you'll be in the same spot, maybe a little bit bigger, but nowhere near where you could be. When you hit that point where it's like, no, man, I want to blow the lid off this thing. Let's stop screwing around. Let's just take this thing. When you have that, then we can engineer the system, because most people, what they're content experts, subject matter experts, thought leaders, even, I guess you'd say, in what they do. And they can just rattle off and have conversations with people and talk to people about stuff. And it's just so natural for them. So we can capture that content in a number of different ways. We can capture it So you're not really constrained by time because you're already having these conversations. It's super simple. We can take what little time you have as an engineer. You give me the inputs, and we'll design the system to create the outputs. So you're constrained, but we can like take those constraints, and we can make those constraints work within those constraints to free those constraints up, to get rid of those constraints. So now you've got more time. But none of that matters. And we can, like I said, we can develop the engineering strategy and the tactics behind it and roll it out and implement it. But none of that matters until you at that point where it's like, you know what? No, I am done with this. Like with playing where I'm at right now. I want to play at a whole different level. I want to get there. Let's go. When you hit that level, then you're ready for strategy. You're ready to engineer out and then build your strategy and then create the content last, not first. So anyhow, that's it. Hope you have a great day. I just want you to do well. That's it. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye.